What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Okay, you guys, tonight we're talking about the Real Housewives of Orange County, season number 10, episode number 17. Before I get into this video, you guys, if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button right now. Pause, click. Okay, thank you. Anyways, The Real Housewives of Orange County, season 10, episode number 17. We start this episode off with Shannon and David. They are going on a date night at some restaurant. Shannon is freaking out because David wants to order appetizers, but she said everything is full of fat. You know, normally she would love to eat that food, but since she's dieting and she did a lot of exercising that day, she didn't want to eat the food, but they decided to go ahead and eat the fried meatballs or whatever. She's just really stressing, talking about how she can't eat as much as she used to when she was younger, which, you know, that's what happens with us as we age. We, you know what I'm saying, have a harder time keeping the weight off. And plus all the stress that she's under with her marriage, I'm sure doesn't help at all either. Then she starts talking about the ladies. She just says how she feels like she's kind of stuck. She doesn't know which way to go as far as the whole Vicky and Brooks situation is. And she was just saying how she's surprised that she's such good friends with Tamra and Heather. And her and Vicky aren't as cool as they used to be. You know what I mean? Which I'm very surprised too, especially with Heather, because Heather was very, very mean to, I'm trying to find some tissue. I don't think I have any tissue in here. Heather was very mean to Shannon last season, and I'm like really surprised that they became friends. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna just dab my nose real fast. All right, sorry. It's allergy time for me. Anyways, but yeah, y'all remember how bogus Heather was to her last year for no reason? And then, you know, Tamra was, you know, telling her business and, you know what I'm saying, lying about it and all this and all that. But, you know, whatever. I think she wants to go with the rowdy crowd. So that's what she did this season. I guess she wanted to be with the popular girls this season. So we'll see how that continues to go on. Actually, I think they already shot the reunion, or they're about to shoot the reunion, because Shannon was actually on Watch What Happens Live. No, Heather was actually on Watch What Happens Live, and she was saying that they were getting ready to shoot the reunion show. So I assume the finale is going to be coming up in the next few weeks. Anyways, we're going to move on to, so back to the whole Vicky, Shannon not being all that cool. I guess Vicky sent Shannon a text message after the lunch that they had, and said, you know, she thought the lunch was just mean and nasty. Like, she wasn't saying Shannon was mean and nasty. She was just saying the way that she acted at the lunch was mean and nasty. And Shannon's like, oh, well, what's the difference, you know? So I don't know what the whole thing is with that. I don't know why Shannon has to stick up her ass about Vicky right now. But anyways, moving on. Tamra meets with her pastor. He actually comes over to her house. I'm like, to discuss her being baptized and the procedure and everything she needs to know as far as the day of getting baptized, what's going to happen. And I'm like, I know pastors make house calls when people are sick, but I didn't realize they made house calls just to give people information about being baptized or whatever. But okay, that's how they do it in OC. So the pastor's there, and Tamara's just basically just asking him, just a whole bunch of different questions, and telling her about her background and how she wants to bring Jesus into the lives of her family and everything. And she's just like, the Bible is so confusing that she needs a Bible for blondes. I'm like, girl, your ass, you need a Bible just for dummies in general. Don't just lump all blondes into your category, okay? Just a Bible for dummies. And skipping a couple of scenes, you see her helping Ryan and Sarah move into their new house in the OC. And she was asking, Ryan about his job situation, because I guess he's in between jobs. And she also said that Sarah lost her business, so Sarah is also unemployed. And this is causing a lot of strain on their relationship. So that could be part of the reason why Ryan has been a little hesitant about getting married and feeling stressed or whatever, like we've seen him in the last couple episodes that he's been in. So Tamara suggests that they go see her pastor for a little bit of counseling or whatever, and she was like, I just want to bring Jesus into the family. And Ryan's like, what the hell, Jesus? We don't need Jesus. What the hell are you talking about? And then he was like, and what's the membership fee to go to church? Because I heard they was charging $5 a head on Easter Sunday. I was like, you know what, Ryan, you are definitely right, because I don't attend church on a regular. But I know every single time I go, it seems like they have about 5 different offerings. And I'm just like, my goodness, I ain't even bring it. And then some church have ATMs and little kiosks where you can pay your tithes or whatever right there on the kiosk. I'm like, really? That's how they doing it now? Okay, they making sure, like, okay, you don't have cash, you don't have change. I know you got a credit card, a debit card, something on you, some kind of card that you can swipe over here and give us this money. Okay? But Ryan's like, he was not with the whole church thing. So anyways, that's that. Vicky and Brooks go to this doctor. It's not an oncologist. He is a doctor that practices alternative medicines. And so I guess he's doing this procedure with Brooks where he is taking Brooks's blood out, putting oxygen into the blood, and then putting the blood back into his body. And I'm like, really? I guess this is supposed to cleanse his body and detox his body and all of that. Excuse me, and rebuild his immune system and things like that. I'm like, okay, that sounds a little weird, but yeah, okay, whatever is going to work. The doctor looks at his records and he's saying like, yeah, you definitely have cancer. Unless these records are forged, which I don't think anyone would do. You definitely have cancer, because they were saying like, some of the ladies that Vicky hangs around don't believe he has cancer. And the doctor's like, well, you definitely have cancer or whatever. So then, Brooks gets hooked up to the little machine or whatever, and Vicky's just having a hard time. She's just like, look, how long is this going to take? I need to get back to the office. I have a client coming in. And she kept saying like 3 or 4 times, like, I need to get back to the office, as if, she was going to make the IV go any faster. Like, calm down, Vicky. Work is not everything, okay? Just calm down. Anyways, you see Heather and Terry, they're in, I think, Minnesota at the Evine office, which is a home, like similar to the Home Shopping Network. So they're there rehearsing what they're going to do and say for the live broadcast when they go ahead and start selling their merchandise on their skincare products on live TV. And Terry is having a hard time. He's like really, really nervous. The cameras, I think, are making him very nervous. Heather doesn't understand why he's nervous. I don't understand why he's nervous either. He's on 2 reality shows. So I would think that would be more nerve-wracking. But I guess because it's live and, it's his own product, I guess he's a little nervous about it. So at the end of the day, they pull it off. They sell a whole lot of products. You see, what else happened? That was really it. I think Tamara, she called in and tried to play a trick on them, but they knew it was her. But yeah, and at the end of the day, Terry pulled it off. He came, pulled everything together. Heather pulled it off, and they said they sold a lot of products. So, for this, event, for them launching their new skincare line, Megan decides back home to throw a party because, she doesn't have a fucking life. So she can plan things like this. And then I guess the other ladies, just have to kind of show up because, they're on the show with her. So you see a scene with her and Haley. I guess they are preparing food for the party that evening. And she's just kind of talking to Haley about what she wants to do after school. If she was thinking about doing the junior college route, or if she was thinking about going to hair cosmetology school or whatever. But she says in her interview, Megan says in her interview, that it has really taken the pressure off by taking a step back, because remember Jim told her, just kind of ease up on her. Don't try to put pressure on her. Don't try to make her, do her homework, go to school, be a responsible person at all. Just let her do whatever it is she wants to do. So Megan's like, since she has started doing that, it has taken the pressure off of her, and her and Haley's relationship has gotten a little better, and she feels a whole lot better about her stepmom role right now. So I guess that's okay. Whatever. Anyway, so you see in the next scene after that, Brooks and Vicky invite Tamara over to Vicky's house. They invite Tamara over to Vicky's house because they want to show Tamara Brooks's PET scans or CT scans, proving that he does have a mass in his body and he does in fact have cancer. So Tamara looks at it and she's just like, okay, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Vicky's just like, look, I hope that you can take this information and if it ever comes up again, say, look, I have seen the proof. Let's just all squash it. Vicky's like, Tamara, I want you to be my warrior. I want you to be my friend. You know what I mean? I've always been there for you. And I just want you to always be there for me. And, you know, I don't think Vicky is going to actually get what she wants from Tamara. I don't think that Tamara is capable of having the kind of friendship that Vicky really wants to have with her. I think at one point they may have had a friendship like that, but I just feel like Tamara is just a selfish person, and she likes the drama, and she is just, I don't think she's just really going to be the type of friend that Vicky needs her to be. And it seems like Shannon is kind of leaning in that direction too, because they have, so they show Megan's little party that she's having for, you know, Heather and Terry's, you know, launch on TV or whatever. So at the party, Tamara, of course, brings up the fact that Brooks showed her his paperwork and, you know, and it did say that. And I guess Vicky had also sent a text to all of the ladies saying that he went to this place and had his PET scan done. And then I guess Megan took it upon herself to call the lab to see if they did PET scans, and they told Heather that they didn't do PET scans. And then I guess she called again a second time to specifically ask about, do they do PET scans for lymphoma cancer? And they said no, they stopped doing that in like 2007 or whatever. So basically now they're all feeling like they're being tricked. Tamara says she feels like she's being duped by Vicky and Brooks. Shannon is just like, she doesn't understand why they went to Tamara with the information. Why wouldn't they go to any of the other ladies? They're feeling like they went to Tamara because Tamara is the most dingy one out of the group and wouldn't be able to understand, and they could just pull a wool over her eyes or whatever. But I mean, I'm like, this is a lot to go through for someone that doesn't, if he doesn't really have cancer, this is a lot to go through, you know what I'm saying? And Shannon is just feeling some kind of way, and she's all in her feelings about the fact that Vicky didn't bring this information to her. And she's like, why Tamara and why not me? Well, like they said, Tamara is Vicky's oldest friend. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind it. I think that maybe Brooks feels like he has something to prove to Tamara because of just the history that he has with Tamara all throughout the years of him dating Vicky and them, you know, showing their relationship on this show. You know, him and Tamara have always kind of been at odds with each other, you know. So maybe that's why he's just trying to prove something to Tamara, and that's why he didn't go to Shannon or whatever. But either way, he showed the records. Let's just all let it go. But of course, they're not going to let it go. At the end of the day, Shannon is like, well, I guess we just have to let Jesus be the judge because we are not the judge of anyone or whatever. Something like that, as the saying goes. And so that's kind of how the episode goes off. You guys, I am so sick of them talking about Brooks and doubting his cancer. And, you know, I mean, I know Vicky is not Miss Innocent and everything, but I just really wish that this season had gone in a different direction. You know what I mean? Especially with her mother passing, I would have thought that you would have seen all the girls rallying around her and doing more events, you know what I mean, to kind of lift her spirits up and things like that. As opposed to every time they're together, you know, she ends up dang near in tears because they're talking about her man and calling him a liar or whatever. I don't know. I'm really shocked with Shannon. I thought she was a very level-headed person, but she is turning out to kind of not be someone that I really want to like right now. I don't know. She hasn't quite made it to my shit list yet, but she's on her way to making it there. Anyways, but yeah, that's it. That was episode number 17, you guys. Nothing really exciting. I spoke on everything. Lizzie was at the viewing party. She stayed for a little while. She had to leave. That's pretty much it. So, like I said at the beginning of my video, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please share this video. And please comment on this video, okay? And until next time, you guys, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.